Hi there and welcome back to the channel. We are out on the golf course here today at Howley Hall Golf Club in Leeds with the new Callaway Apex UW. So the utility wood from Callaway in this Apex family, which is neither a hybrid nor a fairway wood, kind of sits in between both. We're going to try them out on the golf course today. I've got a 17 and 21 degree version of this to try. Those of you that watch a lot of our videos on the channel will know that we tried the Apex UT a few weeks ago, and I tried it against the driving iron that I use at the moment. So I'm going to bring that out on the golf course as well. I've hit some shots already in the performance center, and towards the end of the video we'll talk through the numbers that I gathered with these and tell you a little bit about those. But also, as we're out here on the golf course, we're going to hit lots of shots with both of these clubs and tell you all about them as well. But before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, see loads more content from all of us here at Golfshake to help you play more and play better. Let's have a look at the tech. The Apex UW offers tour-proven versatility, combining the playability of a hybrid with the high launch of a fairway wood. The Apex UW is designed for serious, avid golfers seeking the perfect blend of a fairway wood's power and a hybrid's versatility. Tungsten Speed Wave is a dynamic 41-gram tungsten wave structure that positions mass low and forward, enhancing ball speed and launch, particularly on low face strikes where players tend to lose distance. The lightweight carbon construction allows for strategic weight redistribution, creating a more forgiving club head while refining launch and spin for greater shot making control. So that's what Callaway say about these new Apex UWs. Now, we're going to try them out on the golf course here, and certainly from the few shots I've hit, I'd probably agree with what Callaway is saying. They look better than the old one. They generally suit that better player who wants a more classic look. We've just got the little Apex branding on the heel there, which I think looks good. I'm just going to hit one with each club off here. So I've got the 17, 21, and then I've got the Apex UT as well to hit a shot with. So we'll start with the 17. Let's see if we can find a fairway. Yeah, I mean, such a powerful flight that. Just a little draw, center of the fairway, absolutely perfect. Really good distance as well. Very, very happy with that. Let's try the 21 degree, which obviously we'd expect to launch slightly higher. And this should be more of a direct comparison to the Apex UT as well. Yeah, really lovely, same flight, nice little draw. Just gonna finish just short of the bunker, please. Yeah, I don't think I can reach that. And finally, Apex UT. So those of you that watched our video before will know that I wasn't particularly fond of the shaft in this because it was very, very soft. Let's try and find the fairway with this. But we should see slightly flatter flight, hopefully, with this. Yeah, a bit lower and a bit more left. That shaft is so weak. But yeah, much lower flight, completely different shot to what we're hitting with the Apex UW. So very, very different. I've actually got some comparison data that we can look at between these two types of golf club towards the end of the video, but for now, let's go hit some more. So the Apex UW should be quite a good club for you to hit both off the tee and also off the fairway. We're going to try a few shots in both of those kind of scenarios while we're out here, but I've got this off the tee. I've got the 21 degree, so it's kind of a 3-iron replacement, if you like. First thing, looking down on it, I love the shape. It's neither a hybrid or a fairway wood. It's much bigger than a hybrid, much smaller than a fairway. And obviously at 21 degrees is kind of your 7 wood, 3-iron type loft, which is not a club I'd normally have in my bag really, but let's have a bit of a hit. Feels great off the face, really nice high flight. Yeah, very similar shot, slightly better strike. Middle of the fairway, that one. So easy to use, really. I quite like the flight. It's not as high as I would expect from a hybrid, to be honest. A little bit lower, which I quite like. That's one thing that when I've used hybrids in the past that it's one of the reasons why I've not really got one in the bag, that they just go a bit too high and kind of stall a little bit for me. I want something that's gonna be a bit flatter sort of flight, maybe go through the wind a bit better, which is why I generally have a 3-iron, like more of a driving iron club in the bag. And certainly when we tested the Apex UT, that kind of suited me a little bit better in terms of the flight I want to try. Wow, that's powerful. Good. Again, similar shot, just down the left-hand side. But yeah, really good strike. Much flatter flight now with this 17 degree. And it seems to go quite a long way as well. That's really good. Wow. That's so fast off the face compared to that 21, which you'd expect it to be. Goes that bit further, but the flight's great. It's quite penetrating actually, and it seems to have gone quite a long way. So yeah, very, very good. And certainly a club that previously I wouldn't have really used off the tee, but this one feels really nice. I'm just gonna hit one more because that felt very, very good. So powerful, yeah, that's lovely. Really, really nice golf club, that. Could I be swayed by a hybrid? That's gone a really long way as well, straight down the middle. That feels great. Love the look of it behind the ball. Just gives you that bit more confidence because the head's that bit bigger, but certainly feels awesome off the face and kind of swings more like a fairway would, which is probably why I like it. So I'm just going to hit a few more tee shots with a 17 degree in Apex UW off the tee here, because I've been really impressed with it, to be honest. It's kind of just short of my 3-wood distance, but it comes off the face really quick. I wasn't expecting it to get anywhere near that sort of distance, so I'm just going to hit it off this par 4 here, 11 at Howley, which is just over 400 yards really. So it's a hole you'd probably hit driver on more times than not, because it's fairly open really when you get up there. So let's try and hit this UW. Again, it's so quick off the face and so strong. Just pulled that a little bit, but it's going to be absolutely fine. Let's just hit one more. Again, I mean, the shaft in this is a bit soft for me, really, but as far as standard stiff shafts that come, you know, with no upcharge, it's a pretty good one, this Tensai Blue, to be honest. It feels quite good. I just feel like I'm trying to fight it going left all the time. Again, just pulled it a bit, but I think it's absolutely fine. Yep, all good. But yeah, it's a really, really easy club to hit off the tee, this. That was a little bit low out the face and still launched nicely, still got a decent bit of speed on it. But what I'm probably going to do as well is find a yardage where I can hit the 21 degree from the fairway into a green and see exactly what that feels like. So I'm now going to try the 21 degree from the fairway. So we've got 220 into a little breeze here, so it's a good one to get up to that flag. But I just wanted to see what this club was like off the ground as well. So again, looks quite forgiving, easy to use, nice big head on it, which I quite like. So let's see if we can get something up towards that green. Such a nice high flight that. It's just down the right, it's just probably just going to miss the green right, I think. Just, yeah. But came up so high off the fairway really quickly, that was good. That was absolutely ripped. I've just pulled it a little bit. So I've missed the green twice, one right, one left, so not great, but I think they're about the right distance. Like I say, so easy to hit and get off the ground as well. They've launched super high and super quick, really. So if you're that player who wants something that looks nice, but maybe those longer clubs in the set, like your 3s and 4s, are becoming increasingly difficult to use, then something like the UW is great. And it also would probably lend itself well to that type of golfer who likes a 7-wood as well, because it's kind of a bit of a halfway house between the two. I've never been a fan of hybrids particularly, but I actually quite like the look of this, and I love the way that it doesn't look too offset and kind of draw bias, which a lot of the ones that you get out on the market nowadays do. So yeah, I think it's a real quality looking product, and certainly the feel off the face enhances that even further. So now we've had chance to hit shots with both of the Apex UWs in the 17 and 21 degree. I'll show you the data that I captured when we were in the performance center earlier on today. So I also got up the data from the video that we did a few weeks ago on the Apex UT iron, which you can see here as well, and I've included all three together. So let's start by looking at the Apex UT versus the Apex UW in that 21 degrees. So on the face of it, there's only 1 degree between these two clubs, 20 degrees in that Apex UT, 21 in the UW. And we can see in terms of the distance, they're within 2 yards of each other. So on the face of it, you'd think this is a very similar golf club. But if we look at how we've achieved that total distance, they couldn't be more different. So particularly if we look at the carry distance, 222 with Apex UT versus 236 with Apex UW. So this is landing further in the UW and stopping faster. So if we look at the height and the spin, we can see we're just about 3,500 RPM with the Apex UT, and we get up to 3.7 with the Apex UW, so quite a bit more spin. But if we look at the height, that number on the right hand side there, we can see it's nearly 30 feet higher in the air, the Apex UW. So it's a very, very different golf club, much higher flight, a little bit more spin, very quick to stop when it lands as well. When we look at the 17 degree in UW, it doesn't really compare to either of these golf clubs because of the strength in the loft, but you can see 106 as the average in terms of the height in feet, which again is about 30 feet higher than we're seeing in Apex UT in that 20 degree iron there. So we can see though that the distance is unbelievably impressive. So 260 pretty much carry, 272 total, which is very much on par with where I would hit my 3-wood really. Slightly more spin and probably slightly different flight, but like I say, the overall distance that we're getting there is fairly comparable, to be honest. And it was a really fun club to hit, and certainly for those of you that want something that's more versatile from different lies and off the tee, the UW could be a really good option for you, because a fairway wood may look a bit too daunting, the head might be a bit too big, it might be too difficult for you to pick it off the ground and hit it successfully. Whereas the UW does that, but it also does what a hybrid does. It digs it out of a slightly poorer lie. You know, the shape of the sole and that internal standing wave is really helping to get the ball in the air faster. Some of the stuff with the sole and the way that there's the step in the sole there, again, I absolutely love that in the elite fairway woods, and I hope that carries on in future generations of fairway woods with Callaway, because I think it makes them super easy to get through the turf. And like it's designed to, you don't really lose any of that club head speed. Please drop some comments in the comment section below. Please ask us questions if you want about these clubs, which one would suit your game better. Tell us a bit about your golf. We love hearing about you and kind of how you play the game, because we're all different, and I'll try and help you and give you a bit of advice as much as possible. Drop those comments in there and we'll see you all next time. Thank you.